Yes.
The player whose draft stock that you think will rise the most at the Combine.
I'm going with Jalen Hurts. Okay, listen, he doesn't get the respect that he deserves. I guarantee he's going to do well at the Combine, but I'm going to just call my shot now. Wherever he lands in the NFL, he is going to have a very, very impactful rookie season.
If you're telling me about Jalen Hurts, a guy athletically who's done it all, look at Jalen Hurts and look at all the other guys who are throwing. There is no difference.
This is the chance you can get ahead of it. If Jalen Hurts is that guy in the room and you feel like you're learning something from him when you're meeting with him, that you love this kid and he could be the leader of your team, even if you have a quarterback that's a veteran, why not just take him at the end of the first round or the second round?
And I feel like we're going to look back after his rookie year and we're going to say to ourselves, why didn't we see this coming?
Well, why should we draft you?
Coach, I'm a difference maker. I'm a dog. You know, I've been able to kind of cement myself in 2 prestigious programs. I think people have found a way in both places to follow me, and I'm not going in these places saying, "Hey, come on, y'all gotta follow me," or you know, that's earned, that's not given. And people leave because their peers let them. I can make every throw, make every play. I can't say the sky's the limit because I don't put a ceiling on how good I can be.
We're the 53rd pick in the 2020 NFL Draft. The Philadelphia Eagles select Jalen Hurts, quarterback, Oklahoma.
Just got interesting, ladies and gentlemen, and there are a million ways this can go.
I look at Jalen Hurts as a guy that you know what you're getting, a guy that certainly has a lot of upside. You look at his athleticism, you look at his tools, and what I always say about guys that have upside, can they reach it? They need that football character. We talked about all those intangibles that you need to be able to succeed at the NFL level. Jalen Hurts, without question, has those.
We got a hell of an opportunity today, bro. All on us. This shit in our hands. It's in our hands, and we gotta go take it. Let's go take it, bro. We prepared. We ready for this. Go dominate these. Okay, let's go. Work on 3. 1, 2, 3. Work.
Good afternoon, everyone. Merrill Reese and Mike Quick at Lincoln Financial Field as the Eagles meet the New Orleans Saints. Mike, the spotlight shines most intensely today on a 22-year-old rookie quarterback.
And that guy, Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts, in his first NFL start, looks anything but like a rookie. Was he ready? Was it time?
No question he was ready.
You bet.
Since I was a kid, I felt like people lead because their peers let them lead, and ultimately it's earned, not given, and having that status. And I think you earn that by coming in every day, putting the work in, and ultimately just doing your job. Once people begin to see you doing your job, then they begin to follow you.
Can he go all the way? The answer is yes!
Whenever you got somebody moving, I'm just saying, whenever you got somebody moving, just remember, be loud, because they're going to start communicating and locking you up.
Once you set the right example, then you kind of create a voice to where you can speak and impact the people around you and lead them in the right direction. Why is that? It's because, well, they've seen you do the right things a number of times, and they believe in you, they believe in what you do, they believe in your actions that you're taking, and they're able to match your actions with your words.
Blitz is coming. Hurts sees it, gets rid of it. It's caught for the touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey.
So I think the number one thing for being a leader, it's an everyday thing that we have to be mindful of. Leaders in all roles is you can't be a hypocrite. And, you know, I know that I'll never tell somebody to do something that I'm not willing to do.
Hey, Kelsey, just keep playing now. Hey, keep it up, Bubba. Come on now. Keep it up, Bubba. Keep playing, keep playing. Keep being loud and taking charge, too.
But in Jalen Hurts' starting debut, 109 yards rushing for Hurts, 167 yards passing and a touchdown. And we'll see for the Eagles. They have a lot of decisions to make going forward, but it certainly appears that Jalen Hurts has to play again. He played well, and the team responded to it and to his leadership.
You know, because ultimately, I want to win, and I want winners with me. This is why this team is so great, because we have a team full of winners, a team full of motivated individuals that have the team goal in mind and what we're trying to do. So we just need to, as a team, continue to take the strides that we know we need to take and progressively take those steps day by day.
I'm good, man. I'm proud of you, man. Hey, keep doing your thing. Tell the city, but you ready.
Well, I just want to say, man, it's a pleasure to be back with you guys. It's been a long 2 weeks. It's felt like forever. And I know this room, I know we have yet to touch our ceiling. We have yet to touch the best possible, performance we can put out there. We ain't did nothing yet. And I think this whole entire room, we got another level we could take it to. And to be honest, man, I ain't hungry. Coach Starr always say hungry dogs run fast. I ain't hungry. I'm starving for this. This means so much to me. The mental frustration I done had this last 2 weeks, everything with just being on the side, man, not feeling like I can help you guys on the field. And I know everything is in front of us. And I don't have to give y'all no rah-rah speech. I shouldn't have to give nobody in this room no get up and go, no go-go juice, no none of that. It's understood. It's understood. It's understood who we are. It's understood what we work for. And it's understood what we want to accomplish. But it takes everybody. It takes everybody. And we control everything that we want to do. Everything is in our hands. We deserve that. We put the work in for it, so let's go do it. I feel like the great teams, the great players, we embrace every challenge in front of us. This is where it matters the most. When we came into this season, all the work that we put in, everything that we say we want to accomplish, all this shit we went and got. We got a Chevelle, AJ, we went and got Hassan. We got all this shit to make this shit go. We put the time together. We work for this. This is where it matters the most. We ain't come this far for no reason. It's real simple. So let's do it. Glad to be back with y'all.
Huge day for Philly on a number of levels, including the return of Jalen Hurts back in the mix.
And they went 0-2 without him, and so much to play for today. You want everyone ready to go.
Last 2 weeks not being able to play sent a lot of emotions. And he hits A.J. Brown. Big gain on first down. Brown has just set the Philadelphia Eagles single-season receiving record with that grab for 35 yards.
Sitting out for the last 2 games, seeing my team come up short, not being able to be a part of the team on the field, being able to make an impact has been tough, so being able to go back and be on the field with those guys and ultimately kind of check a box in one of the goals that we set out for ourselves, it was big.
12th play of the drive. Eagles are threatening here. Boston Scott in. The blast. Scott won't go down. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jake Elliott on for a 32-yard field goal. 39-yarder. He drills it. A 52-yard attempt and right down Broad Street. 54-yarder. Elliott. It's dead solid, perfect. It's a 22-yard attempt. Chip shot for Jake Elliott. And he knocks it through. That's all she wrote. Philadelphia will start to celebrate. Maybe didn't go exactly as planned, but
hey, you still get the T-shirt and the caps, don't you?
The Eagles secure the #1 seed in the NFC. A Week 18 victory over the Giants, 22-16. A new franchise record, 14 victories. They'll have home field advantage, and they will sit back and wait and see how things unfold.
All right, first of all, listen, don't ever take it for granted. #1 seed, home field advantage.
Oh yeah.
So before the season started, we had a meeting maybe 5-6 days before the first game. And I think it was in my office, and we had Nick Sirianni, his coaches, and we said, you know what? We only have one goal for the regular season. One goal. And the only goal was to be the #1 seed. That's the big advantage. And you guys, everyone in this room, don't ever take it for granted. It was your work, your grinding from June, August, September, game by game, practice by practice. You established the standard. Also, at the same time, we know we can be so much better. #1 seed, we got 2 weeks of work to do, and a chance to play our best ball when it counts the most. This game ball, without question, goes to Coach Nick Sirianni. By the way, when I said there's only one goal in the regular season, he didn't blink, and neither did any coach.
Hey, we know we got him to thank for everything, right? He gives us every resource we need. We know that, right? This is a special organization because it's led by him, and he's willing to not spare anything. Did I say that right? You know, he gives us everything we fucking want, all right? To make sure that we're winning. We appreciate that. Hey guys, a couple records, all right, which are awesome here. First and foremost, we got the most wins in franchise history in the regular season. Offense, you have scored the most points, all right, by any Eagles team, all right, ever. Most sacks ever in the Eagles' history, this defense. Hey, and then unbelievable, I know we didn't set a record there on special teams, but we needed every one of those operations that we had today for those 5 field goals. It didn't matter if we were in the red zone, if we were 37-yard line. Great job, Jake. Great job, Rick. Great job. Hey, listen, we got the hat. That's right. It was awesome to put this on. It was awesome to get the T-shirt, right? But we want so much more. Guys, you don't just shift your focus now to say Super Bowl. You don't just shift your focus. You don't. And look, when you get higher, we talked about this. When you get higher on that mountain, it gets a little harder to breathe. It gets a little more windier. It gets a little slippier. All right, all those different things. All right, we got to focus at one day at a time. That's what's going to help us get to what our next goal is.
Man, I said it yesterday, man. There's a whole lot to be thankful for. Think about all the work we put in to get to where we are now, to have the opportunity in front of us. We always knew this was going to be this way because we worked for this. There's never a doubt. Now, this come through us. And like this whole year, everything has been dependent on who? On us. We control who we can. We go play our type of ball, man. Nobody can with us. So that hungry, we ought to be starving for this. Starving for this. So let's attack this. Y'all enjoy the little hats. Got some other in mind. But hey, let's go. Let's go. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3.
There. See this right here? See all the lines on the bark? That's good wood right there. Emerald dashboard. Oh, I'll be all right. Yeah, thank you. What do you got over there? Oh, nice. Perfect. Look at you, Lando. Well done. Now we can land coming in big. So get these ones going. And then once these ones are going, it's kind of like, it's kind of cheap. And Landon cut up a bunch of stuff. This will catch really good. Got to get in there and catch that fat one in there.
Jason Kelsey, mastermind on the field, off the field, leads us.
First place. Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
So we had the fire pit out there. We did it after some games last season, and then this season it hadn't been as much, I think, But, after that game, we just decided that it was out there and, we might as well go enjoy it for a little bit and just hang out with each other. All the time that we get to spend with, my friends, my teammates, and, just even doing little stuff like that. Just, having a fire after the game, going out to dinner, just, hanging out in general. It's stuff like that that is the reason I really love football. And, I think, all those times are just things I'm going to think about.
We're out here practicing for one reason. It's to get ourselves better on our first step towards the championship. Right? If you want to win a championship, you can do the little things right over and over and over again. And that's what we're out here doing. Right? So guys, we get to practice. We don't have to go to practice. We get to practice. You got to remember that. There's a lot of teams that ain't practicing right now that would die to be in your shoes. We get to practice. All right, and then just keep the standard. If anything, raise the bar, right? This is a great time to remember that, right? This is a great time to raise the bar. Don't settle, raise your bar, raise your standard. Everything you're doing, right? You don't have to change what we're doing, you don't have to change why we're doing, just raise your standard. Continue to do the little things, take care of your body. If you need to get catches, get your catches, and we'll get to work on whoever we get to play after that.
Climbing the mountains, we've been through the struggles, breaking the chains, jumping the hurdles, dashing the fast lane, used to be turtles, all in your face when we used to be subtle, calling the plays, we breaking the huddles, always gon' eat, we never wear muzzles, chomping at the bit, cause win or lose, we'll never quit. Win or lose, never quit, pick yourself up, get over it, it's comeback season, never forget. Win or lose, never quit, pick yourself up, get over it, it's comeback season, never forget.
So tennis was really my sport from the start. Really, I started playing tennis when I was about 5 years old. So I think kind of everything kicking-wise goes back to tennis. 5 years old and on, I really enjoyed it. The fundamentals, the spin, you could do so many creative things with the ball. So I really pursued that my whole life. I kind of played a bunch of different sports, obviously, and kicking kind of just fell into my lap. And I kind of just ran with it and luckily ended up here. High school, I had probably two of the biggest kicks of my life. My first one was my junior year, homecoming. It was the first year I ever kicked. And I got called out to hit a 52-yard game winner. And I had never kicked a ball that far in my life, never in practice, never anytime. So I got thrown out there and I really had no clue. I ended up just swinging as hard as I could, and luckily it sneaked over by about an inch. And then the very next week, I had almost the exact same situation, 47 yards at York, another one of our rivals, and kind of did the exact same thing, hit this one a lot better, went a lot further, and back-to-back weeks, first year playing football, had two big kicks to win the game. Yeah, as far as the bye week goes, I think some of the important things that aren't always thought about is just like your everyday life, just having a chance to kind of breathe from the season and take a step back and kind of get away from it, get the mind right and the body right. It's a long year, especially with these 17 games now. So to kind of take a step back and just be able to kind of come home and just hang out with family and shoot some pool and do this and just kind of be a normal human for a little bit. It's a little bit different this go around. I think the last big run we made, obviously back in 2017, 2018, that was my rookie year. So it was one of those things where you don't know what you don't know. So you're kind of just on the ride and enjoying it as it's going. Whereas I think this time you look at it and you've been there, so you know the severity and the seriousness of every round and every game and every day. So In that sense, I think you have a little bit more of a different mindset, and there's a little bit more urgency to really understand the severity of it. But at the same time, I'd like to take a step back and say, like, the reason we're here is because of what we've been doing all year, and the mindset that we had all year, and not to change that just because the games are supposedly bigger.
We weren't sure if we were coming in here today on Monday, whether tonight's game would be deciding on who the Eagles were playing in the playoffs, or whether we would know beforehand if Seattle or the Giants won their game. We would know, and we do know. Yeah, it's the Giants.
I think you have to put it into perspective. Yes, the Giants are well coached. Yes, the Giants played well this weekend. But guess what? I still like where the Eagles are at. I mean, come on, two home games at the lake in the play. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be an incredible atmosphere at the lake. You couldn't ask for anything more.
I think the Giants are a very good team. They're well coached. They have good players. You know, they do a lot of things really good. And, you know, it's the NFL. Every game's hard. But when you've played somebody already and, you know, they have a feel for your scheme, but, you know, at the same time, we have a feel for their scheme and their personnel and what they do. And, you know, it just makes it interesting. But, you know, it's the same mindset that we've gone into every game with. You know, it's one day at a time, one meeting at a time, you know, one play at a time. And, you know, you can't change the process just because of the circumstances.
I think in terms of the standard, you know, you talk about never being satisfied. As a competitor, as a fierce competitor, you should never be satisfied because there's always more, you know, and I'll never put a limit on myself nor this team. I think the standard always is rising, but I really feel that, you know, we've yet to play our best ball, to put it all out there, all three phases, playing their best, dominating, playing as consistent as can be. I feel like there's more for us out there. And that's saying a lot considering we just won 14 out of our 17 games. So we're hungry for it, and we just want to continue to take the steps in the right direction.
Here's the thing, if you ever play playoff football, you know what's about to happen. The intensity ramps up, the focus ramps up, everything ramps up. Set a standard that they can't touch. Let's go to work.
You know, the process remains the same throughout everything, but the standard rises. So we just want to lean on the things that have gotten us here.
Just because you're in this moment doesn't mean you change anything about how you go about your business.
We got to be connected and stay connected and communicate in the right way, and then ultimately execution's at a premium.
Every game's its own new identity, and so we got to be ready for whatever they're going to throw at us.
Ultimately, our guys know if we execute and do our job, we'll put ourselves in a chance to win a game, so that's what they'll do.
Now we're 17, 18 weeks into this, and we should be playing our best football by now because of the way we work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
There's a ton that we've endured and experienced and have gone through to be here and have this opportunity we have now. So we're going to stay true to ourselves and our grind, the hustle that we put in day out, and we're going to leave it all out there on the field and see where the result comes.